guys, the Chosen Critic here, and today I'll be ranking all 6 Spiderman movies. I'm not sure what the plural for that would be because they're Spider-Man movies, but anyway, enough rambling. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks. Again, I just don't want to go into it. I've talked about it too many times. Anyway, now, this is a very hard ranking. Now, as you probably can tell, this is unscripted because only 10-20 minutes ago, I actually had to swap stuff around, so this list fluctuates a lot. If you asked me a couple of days ago, it would change. Another day ago, it would change. So yes, it changes a lot. Now, what I really mean to say is that, so, with all my videos, opinions change. Some movies you hate the first time you see them, and sometimes you love them the next time, and vice versa. So, this will contradict later videos. I'm just telling you it will. But anyway, let's just go right on in. And number 6, we have The Amazing Spiderman. Now, the thing with The Amazing Spiderman is that I watched it a couple of years ago, you know, when it came out and that stuff. Then I watched it about a year or two later. About 3 years ago, maybe. I watched it back then. Then I watched it about a year ago. So I watched it when it came out. Then about a couple of years later, I watched it again. Because in the first one I wasn't that keen to see it again, so I only saw it again because I thought, wow, I really need to just rethink my opinions. Then I watched it about a year and a half. Then I watched it about a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month. And the first time I had to watch it because, you know, you can't just walk out. Well, you can, but I don't want to. Then the second time I watched it, I was thinking, this isn't a good movie, but I still wanted to just give it time just to see if it got a little bit better. From my memory, I remembered it didn't, but I was hoping that maybe some opinions would change, but they didn't. Then a year ago, I literally fell asleep. Well, I didn't fall asleep, but literally I was just turned off. I went on my phone, that stuff. I was basically doing everything but paying attention. I had that first opportunity. I gave it half an hour. Then it just lost me, and I was thinking, you know what? Again, let's just see if it gets better. But it didn't. Then yesterday, after half an hour, 45 minutes, I just thought, why am I doing this? So I turned off. So it's one of those movies. It's not one of those movies that is a good movie, but just you can't enjoy it. But it's one of those ones that you think is a good movie, but it's not a good movie. It tried to be something more. It tried to make Spider-Man more. Okay, I love Spider-Man, and he's my second favourite superhero. But when I go to the cinema to watch a Spider-Man movie, or when I watch one, I have expectations. Now, these expectations that it'll be funny, it'll be cool action, have a good villain, I'll have a great character development. And it'll just be a really, really great time. I'm not expecting the next Godfather or anything like that. I'm not expecting it to be the next big thing. I'm not expecting 50 years from now people will still be in awe about how great this is. I just expect it to be a really fun ride. Maybe it might crack 8th or 9th for my best top 10 favourite films of the year. Just be a fun summer blockbuster. But this tried to be more than that, and it failed really hard. Now, the reason why this is above The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is that I can't bring myself to watch this. The cast it's alright. The villain, the lizard, Kirk Connors, I just didn't connect with him. I really again, here's the thing I just want to say. Above all else, it's boring. It's just a bad, boring mess. Anyway, and number 5, as I've already said it, you probably guessed, is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, the only reason why this is above The Amazing Spider-Man is I can actually watch it. I've only watched it twice, I think. Yes, I am a huge Spider-Man fan, as I've said many times, and yet I haven't watched these movies many times. I only watch them because, one, I watch any Spider-Man movie, and then because I thought I needed to re-jog my mind, but still, no, it is utter garbage. It's not. Yeah, it is really bad. I think that the general consensus that The Amazing Spider-Man is better, but I'd say the second one is better. There are better quips. There are, sometimes those quips, just bad. It's just a really awful movie. Nothing really is good about it. The only thing is, in some weird sort of way, when I watch it, I don't enjoy it, but, I give it time. I give it time to hook me, and that's the thing with the first Spider-Man movie. Now, what they try to do is, I know I'm talking about the sick, but what that tried to do was, it tried to open it up. It tried to open it up with all these mysteries about his parents. They got you hooked in. But in that time, I just said, can't we just get to Spider-Man? And this did that in a way. And so I watched it the first time. I'd heard bad. I watched it. And then the second time, I wasn't super focused, and I realised the Amazing Spider-Man didn't change on the second viewing. This probably won't. And I was right. So anyway, it's just not a very good movie. Again, it's just bad on all fronts. Some of the action and the cinematography, can't speak today, and the costume looks a lot better. It has really good web-slinging action, and that's the thing, I think, that makes this better and more enjoyable, because there is action that you can enjoy. Dane DeHaan wasn't a big fan of him in this. It was just too many plot points in one movie. Anyway, at number 4 we have Spider-Man 3. Now, Spider-Man 3, I'd say, is one of my guilty pleasure movies, along with X-Men The Last Stand. I actually watch it quite a lot. Yeah. I'm one of those guys who likes watching bad movies, but then I also enjoy them as well, because I sometimes get enjoyment. It's a badly executed movie, but Sam Raimi, you need to remember, didn't come up with this. He didn't want Venom in the movie. And if you take some of that stuff out, you've left with a pretty good movie. Of course, Peter Parker. Yeah, but you're just fixating on that little 5-second scene. Too much. You need to just let that go, Spider-Man nerds. So, what else is... There's actually some good stuff I like about it, but again, they all have different problems. Amazing Spider-Man, it was boring, had bad pacing, and wasn't a very good movie. Amazing Spider-Man 2 was just a really bad movie, but had some cool web-slinging action. And this one, I'd say it's overcrowded as hell. It had Sandman, and Sandman was also... That's the other thing, is they had villains, that's okay, but they also had their connection to Peter Parker, and that added on as another thread. So basically, instead of just 3 plots, that counted as almost 6, because Sandman was also the supposed murderer of Uncle Ben. So that's another plot, that's 2. Then you also have the Green Goblin, that's also the friendship plot, another villain, as well as it has a huge complicated story arc. That's 3. That's 4 arcs now. Venom, and then the rivalry, then Mary Jane and all that stuff, and then just being Spider-Man. I counted easily 8 plot points and plot threads, and that's just too many. The series was clearly building to the Green Goblin as the new Goblin, as James Osborn. As Harry Osborn, sorry. Why did I get James for? I really don't know. As Harry Osborn, sorry. James and Harry. Probably thinking about Harry Potter. Anyway, so Harry Osborn is really... I just felt that he needed that. Sandman, yeah. But the thing with Uncle Ben is you couldn't just leave that to the side. You had to bring it in to the main focus. So you could either have that plot point and just sever the Uncle Ben tie and keep Sandman, sorry. I'm really not on form today, am I? So yeah, that's really just what I think about it. Just some boring stuff, but some of it is good. Remove Gwen Stacy. Remove Venom. Yeah, maybe you can do a couple of things, but you've got an enjoyable movie. The action is fun. Just remove some of the stuff, and you've got a movie that... It wouldn't be any higher because the movies above it are substantially better, but still, it would still be I'd say it would be a much, much better movie if you just removed some of the stuff. Anyway, number 3 is SpiderMan Homecoming. Now, the thing with SpiderMan Homecoming is it's relatively new, although it's about 3 weeks old, almost a month old. Wow, time flies. But what I mean by that is that it's just old. No, it's new. I'm really, really not good at this, am I? But anyway, because it's new, not old, it's new. So I haven't had too much time to process it. I haven't had time to watch it loads of times. And what I said is that I really want to see it another time, which is different because after the other ones, I wasn't super, super anxious to watch it another time. Now, I am going to talk spoilers about it. The Vulture, I wasn't too happy about his connection. Again, my review, I'll link it in the description. My review will go a lot more in depth about this. But the thing I thought about it was really funny. It was really great. I think it's just so great. Tom Holland is the perfect Spider-Man. He is best of both worlds. He's Andrew Garfield. Everything good about him, and everything good about Tobey Maguire. That's what I really like. The action is great. There were just a couple of little flaws that I wouldn't have liked, but again, I didn't go into this thinking it was going to be the next best thing. I thought it was going to be more like an Ant-Man, not something that you'd remember as, not something that would go down in history as an all-time classic, but something that would enjoy you as a summer blockbuster. Am I talking quickly? Man, my mouth is dry. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I expect. I went in with expectations which were realistic, and they paid off. I walked out happy because I was content with what I got because that was what I was expecting. Perhaps I got a little better, actually, and the humour. Some of the Marvel movies, I didn't get the humour sometimes. Sometimes it was a bit too slapstick. This had the right amount of... and... I don't laugh like that, really. I don't laugh loud in the cinema. Anyway, so at number 2 we have the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man. Now, I love this. I love this movie. It has really great... Tobey Maguire is great. Willem Dafoe is pretty good as the Green Goblin. However, he's a bit too cartoony for my liking, and it's just really great. I remember watching it for the first time, and it was awesome. Some of the effects look a little dated now, but that's a small price to pay, shall we say. So yeah, that's why I really, really, really just like this movie. It's awesome. It got great character, great emotional moments, and it's just the perfect Spider-Man movie. Now at number 1, you all saw this coming from a mile away. Now, as well, I'm kind of sorry that I didn't go into too much depth with those ones because you kind of know what I'm talking about. At number 1, you have Spider-Man 2. This might actually crack my top 25 movies of all time because I did write that out and it got in honorable mentions because, again, it was more than just a boring superhero movie. God, I'm so bad at this, aren't I? Anyway, what it does is it's more than just a basic superhero movie. Now, what it delivers is really, really funny. It was not funny, but it was great. Man, I need to stop getting my words mixed up. So it was great. It was action-packed. It had some great emotional moments and character development. Now, the thing I was thinking about the emotional moment and character development is that it was sort of... Many movies have tried to replicate this success but have not paid off. This is a fluke. Not many superhero movies could do this, but this one did. And that is just awesome. Nothing will ever come close to this. It's one of the best superhero movies of all time. Not super movies. So, great. Tobey Maguire delivers it as the emotional moments. I'd say he slightly edges out Tom Holland in that apartment, but by just a little bit. So yeah, I definitely think Spider-Man 2 is the best movie, and I don't think I really need to explain why to you. So anyway, yeah, there'd be my rankings of the all 6 Spider-Man movies, not 8. There are only 6. Get your head together. Anyway, so yeah, all 6 Spider-Man movies, that's how I rank them. So at number 1, Spider-Man 2. Then SpiderMan Homecoming, Spider-Man 3, The Amazing Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, then The Amazing Spider-Man. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe for more times. Until next time, see you next time. Chosen Critic out.